Hi everyone. I know this video is a little bit later than normal, but there's some good reason for that. Kickstarter has been going gangbusters with meeting over 5 times what we initially set out to do. That's over 150 badges, I think, that are going to be printed out. So big thanks out to cPanel, a local company, who helped kick off our Kickstarter. See what I did there? And really push the envelope on what we can do right out of the gate. And we also have the prototype that came in, so you can see the DC713 along the bottom. The final version will of course have the sponsor's names on the back, and there's a little bit of a sneak peek right there. So fun little crypto puzzle if you can get your hands on one of these for DEF CON. And everything looks like it's online to get shipped out on time. The other big thing we've been having and the Dido household is the big move to Omaha. We have our house set up. We're just getting ready for all the movers to move everything on out. So we've been busy packing all the good stuff. But my soldering stuff is all right in front of me as I've been working on the bad some more. Fortunately, this July I'll be able to take a 2-week executive education course at Harvard Business School. Like many of these courses, there's lots of reading involved with it. And I just finished a book by Brene Brown called Daring Greatly. And there's 3 things I really want to talk about. One is I kind of had stumbling with the discussion of vulnerability, a lot of it. And there's some discussion that there's, some baggage with that. In IT especially, a vulnerability in a system is obviously bad. But the way she was defining vulnerability, I felt a lot of times could just be replaced by risk. The second point I wanted to bring up, I really did enjoy the back and forth of how you can use vulnerability to kind of lower your shield so that you're able to build trust. If you're not able to do that with coworkers, you run into this problem where you're not able to trust them. So by sharing small bits of back and forth, you build this rapport with them that you might not already have, and that trust has some great things coming out of it. And then finally is kind of the discussion of making sure you're not using shame to motivate employees and how detrimental that can end up being. I think that's extremely important as you become very aware of all the different people on the team and how this will really harm innovation and creativity if people do not feel safe to present their idea. I also really enjoyed the fact that they had Man in the Arena. So as I depart, I do want to read that. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end of the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.